All right, so some breaking news happening, more news happening the day before the legal tampering period starts. If you're confused as to why this signing can happen now, remember Davante Adams was cut. He wasn't a traditional free agent, so that's why he can be signed a day early. And the Rams want to kind of get out ahead of free agency, make sure they get a player. They go out and add Davante Adams for a, if we're being honest, a big deal for a aging wide receiver, right? He's going to be getting it's 2 years, 46 million is the deal, although only 26 million guaranteed. So it almost feels a little bit more like this is a 1 year deal with a team option. Kind of feels like how it is structured. Probably only a little bit of the second year is going to be guaranteed, which, hey, you'll still take if you're a receiver like Davante Adams. But this is the kind of deal that if it blows up in the Rams' face, it should only hurt them for one season. It is worth mentioning the Rams have missed on a wide receiver contract before. Recently, Allen Robinson was only a couple years ago. They thought he would be a really nice piece for them. That didn't quite work out, but they decide to say, hey, let's not let that deter us. Let's add Davante Adams, who, for all of Adams' faults and for all the Jets' faults last year, Adams was still, according to PFF, the 30th highest graded receiver in football. He still had over 1,000 yards in just 14 games. Remember, he sat out a couple games when he was trying to get traded to the Jets, which in hindsight maybe wasn't his best. Maybe didn't back the right horse there last year. Davante Adams didn't, but still, he was able to have some really good games. He had a game against Jacksonville where he had 198 yards and 2 touchdowns. So ends the year with over 1,000 yards and was on over 1,000 yard pace with the Jets, even with all the turmoil going on there. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, he feels like he was made for a Sean McVay scheme, right? And we can sit here and say, should they be paying him this much money? But right off the bat, it just feels like a great scheme fit, for the Rams, who reportedly are looking to get rid of Cooper Kupp, which Cooper Kupp did not have his best year last year. He isn't getting any younger, so they're looking to kind of maybe be a little bit ruthless here, but go with a different aging wide receiver who's maybe aging a little bit better, they feel like, because you have him now. You have Puka Nacua, who is obviously a great receiver, and I think they're kind of hoping they can continue to do what they did a couple years ago and have these two really good receivers back when they had Kupp and Odell Beckham Jr. in their playoff run when they won a Super Bowl. Again, the contract thing, I think this does give us a little bit of a tell as to what we're in for in this free agency period, which is you're going to see wide receivers make money. There is not a great wide receiver market currently, and I do think that Adams was one of the better wide receivers who was on the market. I think that we're going to see wide receivers like this get paid. I think is maybe a tell forward. But yeah, the Rams adding a key piece, and I think my gut says I think I kind of like this move. I do. If you're going to move off of Cooper Kupp, I think adding someone like Adams, the receiver position is so important. They need to add a receiver. I'm not mad at this. Again, I think the question is, should they have maybe put resources in other areas? Should they have helped out their secondary perhaps? And maybe, but they have actually some money to spend. The Rams are in a weird situation where they actually have some cap space, which is not like them. So they can still add another piece if they want to. But yeah, as a whole, I like this move. I'm a fan of it. So those are my thoughts. I'll mention at the end of this video that be on the lookout for my content tomorrow when all the free agency stuff happens. I will be making videos like this one, breaking everything down. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I'll mention I do have a movie channel. If you like watching movies, want to hear me talk about movies, you can check that out. The link is in the description below. So yeah, but those are my thoughts on Adams to the Rams. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from ya. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.